So guys, hello and welcome to part 2 of my So Many Legs. So guys, hello and welcome to part 2 of my So Many Legs delivery. This is going to be the first part. Big sigh from my dog. This is going to be the first part of the rehousing of the 6 tarantulas I got in the last video. If you haven't watched the last video, go back and watch that before you watch this one. And let's get involved. Let's head into my bathroom. Let's rehouse these teas. So guys, here we are back in my bathroom. I've got all 6 teas here. I've got lead tongs and I've got what I'm hoping will be a decent catch cup. Obviously not very clean, but it will do the job, fingers crossed. So I've done some research on them. Both the P. muticus and the E. Colonica, I think. But the E. colonica and the P. muticus, they're both fossorial, which means they both like to bury. Now, the P. muticus, I think, is very similar to keeping an OBT, which means that keep it dry, it will bury itself and just give it a water bowl for it to drink from. The E. colonica, I think, likes it a little bit damper. So what we've got here is we have 3 New Worlds, which means they're from the Americas. They tend to be less aggressive and have less potent venom. They tend to use their urticating hairs, so kick hairs, as a defense. So pretty much harmless. But then we have 3 Old Worlds, which are more flighty, have more aggressive venom, and their main defense is the bite. Especially with pokies and baboon spiders. Pokies tend to run, they're very quick, whereas baboons tend to be more aggressive. Pokies have the worst venom. So I'm going to be being especially cautious with these 3. But I'm going to leave the 3 exciting ones to the end, so stick around and watch the video if you want to see the 3 exciting ones. Hopefully we're going to have 6 smooth rehouses today, would be ideal. Anyhow, let's move these guys up and out so that we have plenty of room to play around with in the bath. Fun, let's play in the bath. So we've got the green bottle blue here. Now I'm not sure on the size of any of these. I think the green bottle blue should be a little bit larger. I paid a bit more for the GBB. So this is the Enclosure. As you can see, it hasn't really got many hidey spaces. That's because they like to web. So it's got a lot of anchor points for it to web on. And this substrate, I know it doesn't look like it's bone dry. They don't like moisture, it has a water bowl. So we'll see, hopefully we'll end up with beautiful white Enclosure for my GBB. Without any further ado, see the hole in the top. Face it this way. See what we have. Hello, there's a good sized tea. So, what's this? Fingers crossed. A little bit behaviour. Oh, you can hear me shaking. Wait, thought it was food, went for it immediately. Nice, okay. Put that in there. I always shake when I'm doing rehouses, as you probably could tell there. So it's a hungry tea, which is good. I'm thinking, do I make this interesting for the video, or do I do it the best way for the spider? If I were doing it interesting for the video, I would pull it out and try and get it to go into its closure, but the thing best for the spider is probably just to leave this in here. I try and make it interesting to begin with. It doesn't work. God damn it. There we go, that's what I want, I think. Tissue out. then let's encourage the tea out. I just squeezing the back of the tissue, not squeezing the tea, but just slowly encouraging out of the tissue. And there we go. There we have a stunning Chromatopelma pubescens, rehoused really nicely. So there it is on the side of the enclosure. It hasn't got its adult colours yet, but it's only a few molts away really. So fingers crossed we get some lovely webbing. Nice good colours. I'll get some better footage once they're all rehoused, and I'll show you that at the end of the videos if you really want to check the teas out. Then, okay, next I'm going to deal with the Polytherias and the pokies, the quick, bitey ones. Hopefully not getting bitten. They're of a small size, so fingers crossed. Even if I do get bitten, it won't be too bad. But the aim is not to get bitten. So there are boreal tarantulas, this is why I'll be keeping them in. This is probably a very large setup for what the size of the tarantula is going to be when I get it out. It will need rehousing when it's an adult, but I think these teas are quite small. We'll find out. Won't we? We shall find out. Now these tarantulas I'm not gonna mess around with. I am just gonna undo this, put it in here, and let the tarantula do what the tarantula wants to do, because these are not species that I really want to be poking around for fun. Let's take the lid off. Lid is off. Taking the lid off. Putting that down there. So this is the Polytheria striata. These look a lot like regardless. I have another pair of tweezers, but they're very small. I think somewhere. I think I have a smaller pair of tweezers. I don't know if I do. Bum 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 poo. Oh yes, I do. Right there, hiding behind the tripod. Okay. So this is probably a little bit too close for comfort when it comes to pokies, but it's the best I got. Pull it out. There we go. It is quite a small tarantula, but that's alright. I don't mind small teeth. And it's alive. It's moving. Let me show you guys. There we go. Put the tea in there. That's the Polytheria striata. I'm just gonna pop it in there and let the tarantula come out itself in its own time. They're very quick Polytheria species, so I don't want to be poking around with it. That's how we end up losing a tea. So let's not lose a tea. So there's one of the pokies, that's the striata. And then we need to move on to another tarantula, oops, where I can't quite pronounce the name, but it's another Polytheria. It's a Polytheria tigrinawaseli. I don't know, it's a tiger thing. It's got lovely striped patterning on its legs when it matures. Really, really pretty poking. So here we go. God, you try and say that. It's not focusing. Still not focusing. However, those of you that aren't in the tarantula world won't be able to say that. A lot of people that are in the tarantula world won't be able to say that too. Okay, lid off. That's in. So this one's about the same size. Maybe a little bit bigger. Lovely looking pokey though. I'm just going to leave it like that. Not missing out on much. It pretty much looks exactly the same as the one I just showed you. It looks exactly the same as Triata. Hopefully it will come out in a bit and I'll be able to get some half decent footage for you. So let's pop this over here. Now they were the rehouses I wasn't too worried about. So there you go, there is part 2 of the video. I rehoused 3 of my tarantulas. I'm not going to rehouse all of them in this video because the clip's 20 minutes long. And asking you to sit there for 20 minutes and watch a video is a bit much. Not everybody has 20 minutes to spare, so I'm going to keep it shorter. So keep an eye out for part 3, which will be coming out very, very soon. And yeah, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Big shout out to So Many Legs for these tarantulas. Thank you very much. I'll leave a link to them in the description. Let me know what you thought. Please subscribe. Something like 80% of you who are watching haven't subscribed, which to me is mental. So click that subscribe button, please. Please, please, please. If you like the videos, just subscribe. It's not very difficult, it takes one click. Alright guys, cheers. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.